what's up guys, Bestinwest here, and today I wanted to highlight a Pokemon that was not in the list that was in my previous video. And you could probably tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video, that Pokemon is Lapras. Yes, Lapras. Lapras was used in the Tempest Cup, you probably used it in the Kingdom Cup as well, but this time, it also has a place. Just because of its bulk and its moveset, it makes a lot of sense to use it in this Rainbow Cup. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
So right here, I made this infographic to kind of show you how Lapras performs against other Pokemon in the meta, or Pokemon that you're going to see when you're going into these Rainbow Cup tournaments. Now, I made this infographic before I actually participated in my Rainbow Cups, before GoFest, before I went on vacation. So there's a couple Pokemon that need to be added to this, which is Lantern. Lantern you'll probably see more often now, but that's pretty much the most prominent one that you're going to see. Maybe Exegcute, but anyways, this covers the majority of what you're going to see in the Rainbow Cup. So let's start off with the bottom left right here. You have Azumarill, Meganium, Raikou, and Raichu. Now, all these numbers are for even shield situations. So no matter, in all even shield situations, those 4 Pokemon will beat Lapras. Right above it, you have Magneton and Heracross. In a one shield situation, Lapras can beat these two, but in all other even shield situations, Lapras will lose to them. Now, at the very top, at the top left, you have Venusaur. Now, this Venusaur will be running Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb, which is probably going to be the most common moveset that you're going to come across when you're participating in the Rainbow Cups. But Lapras will win with Ice Shard against Venusaur because it is dealing super effective damage each time it is using a fast attack. Ice Shard does a decent amount of damage as well, so that is why you will be winning that matchup if you use 2 shields, because that Frenzy Plant doesn't have a chance to get through your shields. So if you lead Lapras and you come across a Venusaur, don't be scared. Just know that if you use 2 shields and they use 2 shields, you will win that matchup. Next up, we have a very common Pokemon, and one of the best Pokemon, I would say, in this Rainbow Cup meta, and that is Quagsire. Quagsire is super good, and it does really well against Lapras. It doesn't straight up beat it, it's kind of neutral, it kind of goes back and forth against it. So as you can see, with 0 shields, Quagsire will win. That Stone Edge is going to be dealing super effective damage to Lapras. With 1 shield, Lapras will beat Quagsire because Lapras can take at least 1 Stone Edge, while Quagsire charges that Stone Edge relatively slow compared to Lapras's Surf. With 2 shields, it just depends on charge move priority. It's kind of like 50-50, right? Next on the list, we have Charizard, probably the strongest fire type in this meta. Now, the reason why I say it's the strongest fire type is because Blast Burn is one of the strongest moves in the game, right? And Charizard has a crazy high attack stat, so that is why I'm saying Charizard's like the strongest fire in this meta. Now, as you can see, with 0 shields, Lapras will beat Charizard. In a 1 shield situation, it comes down to charge move priority again, and with 2 shields, Charizard will be able to beat Lapras. Now, this is assuming that Charizard is going to be baiting shields with the Dragon Claw, so keep that in mind. That's because Blast Burn does so much damage, and it's neutral to Lapras because Water, Ice, super effective, not very effective, cancel each other out. But yeah, Lapras versus Charizard is not a terrible matchup for Lapras, especially since Charizard has to bait those shields to win that matchup. Otherwise, Lapras can just spam surfs against Charizard, and Ice Shard is dealing neutral damage to Charizard as well. The next Pokemon on the list is Kingdra. Now, in a 1 and 2 shield situation, Lapras will beat Kingdra. This is because Ice Shard is dealing neutral damage to Kingdra, and also those Ice Beam it's dealing neutral damage to Kingdra as well. Now, Surf, you can try to bait shields with Surf, and that's totally fine because the majority of your damage is going to be coming from those Ice Shards. So that's a great way to try to bait shields, but sometimes you might just have to throw an Ice Beam just to throw them off a little bit, keep them guessing. That's what I did when I came across a Kingdra. Kingdra resists so much, but Ice is one of the things that deals a good amount of damage to Kingdra, and Lapras is such a good generalist that you might end up leading Lapras versus Kingdra, and in that case you don't want to switch. You want to just fight that out, use at least one shield, you should be good. The next Pokemon is Ninetales. So as you can see, in 0 and 2 shield situations you will win that battle, and in 1 shield situations it comes down to charge with priority. So that's pretty much it. I have it as a positive matchup. These green arrows mean that it's a positive matchup, so the majority of the time you will be winning these battles. Now, second to last position, we have Typhlosion and Fortress. Now, you won't be seeing Typhlosion as often, but you will be seeing Fortress. And in 1 and 2 shield situations, Lapras will beat Fortress. So keep that in mind. Even in a 0 shield situation, you'll be doing, it's a really close matchup. It'll probably end up coming down to IVs because Fortress will win with like 1 HP. So it's 1 more Ice Shard, or if their IVs aren't the same as the ones in PP Poke, then Fortress will win. You will possibly win that matchup against Fortress. Now, on the bottom right, you have Mantine, Exeggutor, and Beedrill. You will win all shielding situations against these 3 Pokemon. So if you see one of these Pokemon as a lead, that's a slam dunk. Just make sure you match shields with these Pokemon and you're good to go. You might even be able to take some charge moves, not against Exeggutor. Exeggutor will beat you with those Seed Bombs or whatever, I forgot what fast move it is, but it's gonna deal super effective damage to Lapras. But Mantine, Beedrill, you should have this in the bag. Okay guys, so that was my infographic. Hopefully you guys were able to take something away from it. I think Lapras is one of the best Pokemon to use, and it can complement almost every team composition, right? It covers grass, it covers fire. The only thing it does not cover is water types. So if you come across a lot of water types, it might not perform that well, but against Quagsire it's going to be dealing neutral damage because Quagsire is part ground. Against Kingdra, those ice moves, that Ice Shard is going to be dealing neutral damage to it as well. And also Lapras, just Lapras alone is super tanky already. With the previous raid day Lapras, you might have a legacy Lapras. It's much easier to come across a legacy Lapras now than it was when I actually made this video. So hopefully you were able to come across one and add it to your team if this video helped convince you that Lapras is so good. It was my MVP at regionals. Not regionals, at GoFest. I participated in both the open qualifiers, which was under the Rainbow Cup rules. Also, I participated in the 128-man or 128-person tournament at King IV and Poke AK's after party thing. I went 5-2 there, and I went 5-1 at the open qualifiers. So if that's any indication as to how good Lapras is, I think Lapras is great. I recorded some of the battles, but I didn't record all of them, so I'm going to try to post those up soon.
I'm in the process of moving, so things are kind of crazy. I'm not going to get to upload that much anymore. Jungle Cup was just announced. I'm going to be focusing on that kind of more, but I'm going to try to cover, like, still give you my input as to what I think of this Rainbow Cup. It's actually been one of the more fun cups for me. I've actually kind of gotten a good grasp of the meta and how my team performs against other teams. So maybe I can give you some of my thoughts and my vision, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, if you guys liked this video, found it useful, make sure you liked it. And if you like any of my other content, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for what's coming in next. But that's pretty much it, guys. Till next time, this is Bestinwest. I'll catch you guys later.